I'm Jeanette from Growth Unlimited, and I'm really happy to be here today. Today we're talking about narcissistic personality disorder. You know, I've talked to a lot of people very recently who are struggling trying to deal with people who they believe are exhibiting narcissistic personality disorder. And what I find is that a lot of times they are operating on the idealized perception of what narcissistic personality disorder is. So I decided one of the best things that I could do would be to talk about what professionals use, what criteria we look at to determine whether somebody has narcissistic personality disorder or that they're just being difficult people, because that happens too. And you know, the interesting thing is everybody in the world has certain tendencies that could be considered narcissistic. It's part of our makeup as human beings. And people who have the bona fide diagnosable narcissistic personality disorder just have a greater incidence rate of these kinds of tendencies that come into play for them. So let's talk a little bit about narcissistic personality disorder and what makes up a narcissist. I'm going to give you 15 different types of character traits that could indicate that a person has narcissistic personality disorder. And to diagnose someone with these traits, only 55% of these items have to be in play for the person who is diagnosed. That's according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual that psychiatrists, psychologists, and mental health therapists use to make diagnoses. So let's get into it. What makes somebody have narcissistic tendencies? First, a narcissist will say that something is either all good or all bad. There are no gray areas in their lives. It's either black or it's white. They either idealize or vilify. They can't see the middle ground. They are always right. You are always wrong. They are better than anyone else, and everyone else around them is terrible. There is nothing in between. Okay, number 2, they have an exaggerated need for attention and validation. They are constantly asking you, do you like my hair? Do you like this shirt on me? Is this a good color on me? What do you think? They are unable to find any sense of satisfaction within themselves. They have to have your approval in order to feel like they are a whole person. Number 3, everything has to be perfect. Them, you, and everything has to happen exactly the way that they expect it to happen. Life must play out exactly as they envision it. And they end up feeling dissatisfied and miserable much of the time because life is not like that, which leads them to complain and be very, very bitter and constantly dissatisfied. Number 4, they have to control everything. Their sense of entitlement leads them to believe that they have the right to control everything and everyone around them. The world is their oyster. The world exists, and everyone in the world exists specifically to make things the way they want them for themselves. They become very upset and unsettled when other people don't perform exactly as they demand. They kind of look at other people as characters in their play on their life, and not a real person that has thoughts and feelings. They have no sense that anybody else can have anything that they need. They refuse to accept responsibility for their own actions. They blame and deflect you or other people when things don't go as they planned. Sometimes they blame large groups of people for things that are going on in the world. All police are bad. All bosses are bad. All teachers are bad. All Republicans or all Democrats are bad, etc. Most often, though, they blame the people closest to them because they feel safer in blaming the people close to them because they don't believe that those people are going to turn them away. Now, they lack personal boundaries. They consistently and repeatedly cross the boundaries of others. Like small children, they believe the world revolves around them, and everyone else is responsible to take care of their personal needs and wants. They lack empathy for other people. They have no awareness of anyone else's needs, and they are totally involved in just what they want and they need. They believe that others cause their difficulties, and they have no capacity to take any responsibility for anything that they do themselves. They perceive everything as a threat. Everyone's out to get them. Everything that happens is out to get them. They lack the ability to recognize subtle nuances of emotion. They don't believe in a sincere apology, and they often interpret appropriate interactions from other people and emotions and feelings that come from other people as attacks on them, or believe that those people are ignoring their needs. They lack the ability to understand others' feelings. They only have awareness of their own thoughts and beliefs. They make decisions based on feelings, focusing on wants, not actual needs. For example, a narcissist told me at one point in time that he absolutely had to have this expensive red convertible when he didn't have a job. And he had to have it because he loved the way it drove. They just don't have any sense of reality and no real idea of what cause and effect is. They lack the skill to reason logically and accurately, and they constantly require immediate gratification. Okay, I said earlier that they see everything as black and white, and this means that they always perceive other people as the bad guy, always, and they are perfect. They continually deny their own shortcomings and blame you and judge you when you disapprove of their actions, and they blame you for judging them. They think in extremes. It's either all good or all bad. They either love you or they hate you, and it's mercurial. It can happen in nothing flat, from one extreme to the other. They just can't see any gray areas. They have an intense fear of rejection and ridicule. They can't handle being informed of making a mistake. They deeply hate and reject their own shameful imperfections. They can't trust that anybody else is going to love or care for them, and they'll continually test the people in their lives by pushing them harder and harder and harder to see how far they'll go until they break. They constantly fear being found out or abandoned. The fear never seems to dissipate. They constantly believe something bad is going to happen. This constant anxiety translates into blaming people who care for them, accusing them of being negative, unsupportive, mentally ill, not putting them first, not responding to their needs, or being selfish. This is designed to transfer their own anxiety to the person that they're targeting. As you feel worse and worse under the attack of the narcissist, they feel progressively better and more powerful as your anxiety and depression grow. They carry deeply repressed feelings of shame that they fight hard to hide from everyone, including themselves. Keeping this shame hidden is essential to the narcissist's pretended self-esteem or false self. Because of this, they can't be completely real or transparent at any point in time. They're unable to be truly vulnerable because they cannot truly love or connect emotionally with other people. They see the world only from their own perspective. It makes them very emotionally needy, and they go frantically from one short-term relationship to another, seeking support, and validation in very, very intense ways, having little, if any, ability to respond to anybody else's pain, fear, or even the day-to-day need to care and sympathy. And they're very poor members of a team because they have no capacity to understand the feelings or needs of other people. They can't understand, they will not give in during disagreements, and they won't give up anything that they want for anyone else's benefit. If you know people like these, then there are ways you can deal with them. And in the next video, we're going to talk about those. I'd like to hear from you. If you know people who've had narcissistic tendencies, how have you dealt with them? Please comment in the comments below. And if you'd like this video, share it and subscribe so that you can receive notifications of additional content as we post it. I appreciate you being here today. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day, and bye now.
Growth Unlimited's mission is to help you have your life your way. We want to help you take control of your life so that you live the life you've dreamed of, that you deserve. We have a proprietary program that helps you do just that. Check us out by visiting our website and take our free assessment to see how we can help you.